Alright, so a little dash cam action on this Thursday morning. It is 3:54 and I'm heading my way east. Gonna go through Duluth and get over in the Bayfield, Wisconsin area. Just picked up my Wisconsin fishing license last night. Made sure I got my trout and salmon tag for Lake Superior. Not tag, but stamp. And today I'm going to fish Chequamegon Bay and hopefully be able to get on some browns, cohos, splake, and whitefish with maybe a chance at the occasional laker. So we'll see what happens. I know the bite's been good for some people. It's just not the bite I'm very experienced in. I've done it before, but have not spent a ton of time over in that area. So we will see what happens, and hopefully I'll be able to get some shots on camera to share today. So let's go. Alright, just stopped in Superior, so we got about an hour left of the drive. Stopped for a couple crappy breakfast sandwiches, but I need to get something in my stomach. Next stop will be for bait, and then after that I will be pretty much about ready to hit the lake, so we'll see what happens. We're getting there. Just stopped at a cool little house slash bait shop and got some shiners and a couple smaller spoons just to try something a little bit different than what I already have. But next stop is the lake, so we will be there shortly. It's starting to get light out, 7:25 now. We're probably about 8 minutes away from sunrise, and yeah, be out there shortly. Hopefully get after it. Alright, little report. I'm gonna have to make a move, I think. I have been at this spot for probably about 2 hours and I've really not seen much of anything. I've had a couple marks and a flag, but I think it was a false hit, so we'll see. I've heard good reports out of the next area I think I'm gonna head to. It's another 1.5 miles or so away, so hop on the sled, get her done, and I'll see you when we get out to that spot. Oh. Here we go, nice brown. Oh. Oh man, that took some time, but oh, there we go. Oh, that's awesome. He'll be a great dinner fish too. You can definitely tell I was, whew, that's good. That was a long time coming. A lot of hours today. Awesome, nice brown. Give me a nice bite. Choked on it. You can see down there. Probably a 21 inch brown. Well, gosh, it's been a pretty tough day out here so far. Had 2 flags go up, and I think one of them was just a miss. The minnow was fine, but the other one, I think the spool was a little bit frozen up, and the fish couldn't take line out, so it just ripped the minnow off, and there was no fish on it when I got to the flag. And I came back in about 10 minutes after that and got crushed by that nice brown. So at least, even though the fishing's been slow, at least that makes it worth it. It was probably the biggest brown I've ever caught, and my first Lake Superior brown trout, so happy about that. See if we can get another. What do we got going on this time? Doesn't feel quite as big, but it's kind of dogging around the bottom of the hole. I can't see it. Maybe it's as big. Looks like a splake to me. Haven't got a good look at it yet. Looks actually about the same size from just what I can see. He charged up off bottom. He was ready for it. He wanted it. Now this one's dogging though. Watch, I'll get a flag to pop at the same time. Yeah. Definitely a nice looking splake. Unless it's a lake trout, I haven't got a good look at the tail yet. I've heard people were catching lake trout earlier this week in shallower waters, so. Ooh! Yeah, that's a nice fish. Eating the crap out of me. Hope I don't lose it at the hole here. Knock on wood. Using kind of a lighter setup that I normally would for trout because I was kind of expecting cohos and using smaller baits, but Don't want to lose them here at the hole. Yeah. Cool. I mean, that Splake beat the crap out of the lake trout fight. I mean, wow. I mean, out of the brown trout, as far as the fight goes. Awesome. Hooked right in the top of the mouth. Yep, you can see it's missing that adipose fin on the back, which means it's a stockfish, which all Splake are. Then it's got a boxier tail than lake trout normally would, but he'll eat just the same. That's awesome. Now I'm starting to have fun. Two pretty awesome fish. Splake's 19 inches, but it's thicker, and the brown is 21 inches. So, yeah, Splake gave a heck of a fight, which was always nice to see. Holy cow, now what's happening? That one was so hot. Oh, there we go. This one's big. You're serious. Hope I have my top camera on. I don't care. Just getting it in. Holy cow. Coming up. He gave me some really good runs, but then he kind of, now he's tuckering out a little bit, but I bet you I get him to the hole here and he takes off. Here's my swivel. Oh, nice fish. Big Splake. Can't turn around there. Ooh. There we go. Let's get over here. Yeah! Another one, probably similar size to the last one. But it's nice. That one's a little bigger actually. Heck yeah. That was, last two came in pretty quick succession, so hopefully we got something going on now. That doesn't suck. Gonna grab a quick picture with that one. He's not bad. Can't, maybe like 22. It's a pretty big for a Splake. Those last two came fast, like probably within 10 minutes of each other, so hopefully something happens here. I'm probably gonna have to check the tip-ups because they haven't been going off, but there's fish around now. Let's see if we can get some more. The current's getting pretty wild in here. It was opposite this morning, but now it's switched, heading back towards the bay, so have to offset that with putting the transducer down current of my bait hole. Pretty interesting, different world. Alright, I'm just going to take a second here to just show you what I've been using for gear, baits, and rod setup out here today. So I've got a green size 3 Swedish pimple. Actually just bought it from the bait shop this morning. Just kind of decided, hurt to have an extra spoon in the arsenal, so got that. The tip-ups I'm using are just standard tip-ups. I have them just with a monofilament leader, single hook, and they are just running a medium-sized shiner on it. The rod for today is the 2B Prospector XL by Two Brothers Innovations out of Bemidji. Pretty awesome rod, especially for walleyes and smaller trout. I guess smaller trout meaning smaller than big Lakers. And then what I've been using today for my flasher is my FLX-30 from Vexilar, and I really like that for deep water trout fishing. That was the entire purpose I bought it. I took a trip out here last year and actually fished in the islands, and we had one member of the party that had an FLX-30, and they were able to see like 230 feet down, no problem. And with my Helix 5 that I was using, I was hardly able to read past 130 feet. So this is kind of the entire reason I bought this unit in particular. Not that it really was necessary today, but in the future, hopefully I'll be able to get a video out and I'll be able to show you the deep water reading capabilities of the unit. And yeah, we'll figure it out. The sun's getting pretty low now. I'm not sure if I will have any other portion of catching fish for this video, but I'll show a little bit packing up and we'll get out of there. It was a pretty good day. I was expecting more cohos, but maybe we'll snag a couple of them as it gets a little bit closer to evening time here. Sun's just touching the top of the cliffs. It's a good little day here. Alright, so that was a wrap. Didn't end up doing anything else after we packed up. Fish kind of stopped moving. It seemed like there was a point right before the current switched where the fishing was actually really good. I caught like the 2 Splake within 10 minutes of each other and had a few other marks, so there was definitely a lot more action in that portion of the day than what there was beforehand. It was still not a great day for the bay. Like, definitely the reports I've been hearing, the reason I went over was because I was hearing a lot more coho salmon being caught, and I just wasn't able to get on any today. Like, I tried 3 different spots and just couldn't find any, even in areas that I heard people were doing well. So, kind of a hit or miss deal, I guess, and it's also getting a little bit later in the year. Either way, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm fine with it. I know it wasn't the best day, but it was still a lot of fun. I got my PB Brown and my PB Splake, which it's pretty sweet to break 2 personal bests in a day, so no complaints here. Thanks for watching this one, and I will see you on the next one.